So the package got delivered by DHL to my home here in North Carolina, and it is from a company called YWIGS. I've been seeing this hair company all over social media, and I was excited to try this hair. They gifted me this hair, so it comes with 3 bundles and also this clip. I think you call this an alligator clip, right? So here are the 3 bundles. And again, this is my first time trying this brand of human hair. So this is the Human Hair Water Wave Bulk Hair Extensions in 18 inches, and it's supposed to be in the natural color. So straight out of the net, it feels very soft, really soft, nice to touch, and it is quite thick. You can see the ends are nice and thick, and so is the top of it, really nice and thick. So it looks like quite a lot of hair. So previously I've shared how I no longer relax my hair, I don't color my hair, and I am no longer using synthetic hair because of all the dangerous chemicals. Anyway, let's see how this human hair stands up. This is just warm water. Okay, look, the color is changing. What's going on? I'm a little alarmed.
I'm a little bothered by why is the water colored? This is literally just warm water, because I wanted to rinse the hair or wash it before I use it. I always try to do that. What is this? What is this? Please explain. Why is there color, or what is this color on this hair? As someone who is trying to promote, good hair.
As someone who has used human hair before, or several times before, I was genuinely concerned with why the water had changed color. So I did reach out, like I said, to YWIGS, and they tried to reassure me that the color change was due to a protective oil coating on the hair during the final step of production. There is the actual note above, as you can see. I didn't need to share this with you, but I tried to be very open and honest because I don't want you to be as surprised as I was or alarmed. I think it's important that you know what you're getting, especially if this is the first time that you're using the product. I'm going to be using Shine and Jam. This gives excellent frizz control and also sharp parting. And then also the Shea Moisture Leave-In Conditioner, especially keeping in mind we're going to keep our hair in this protective style for a while. It needs to be fully moisturized. A wide tooth comb, especially if you have type 4 hair, and combs to help you part. So yeah, the end of this edge brush I used to help me part quite a bit. Some clips to help you pull up your hair and also the braiding hair. Some ouchless bands or rubber bands will come in pretty helpful, especially when you've parted your hair into sections. A scissors, a 3-way mirror. If you've ever braided your hair before, you know how challenging it is to part the back of your head. What? So anyway, this is so helpful, and it hangs on the door. I have linked it in my Like to Know or LTK and also Amazon shop. So just check the description box if you're looking for it. And then this I also just recently got from Amazon is a braiding rack. They have the standing type and they have this one. The standing one is metal. It's a lot more expensive. This one works fine. And I think this is some sort of hard plastic. It looks like wood, but it's actually a hard plastic. Super helpful. Look how you can section out your hair or pre-part out, the pieces of hair that you're going to use.
I literally just spent the last hour detangling my hair. It's got a little bit of conditioner on it, and now I'm going to go into the shower and properly wash it. So here's the texture of my hair. It's got product on it, so.
Straight out of the shower, my hair has been washed properly and conditioned. It's squeaky clean, and now I just have to dry it, which, as you know, if you have natural hair that's thick, that is a job. It's a job. I use a blow dryer to stretch and dry my hair. It typically takes me about an hour and a half. I'm not gonna lie. That's how long it takes me to make sure my hair is properly dry. I don't have any product on it. Next, I properly moisturize it with Shea Moisture leave-in conditioner. I really like how this product feels on my hair. I try not to do too much because it is a water-based product and my hair will start to revert. I also use this product by Mael. I've shown you it before. It's kind of a mint scented oil, and I don't know, it seems to do pretty well with my hair. It's got like mint and rosemary in it. And then I also put it on my scalp because I tend to have dry scalp. I know a lot of people, when their hair gets dirty, their hair or scalp gets greasy. Mine is the reverse. I get really dry scalp, especially when I have, my scalp exposed with braids. So I need to make sure that my hair and my scalp is properly moisturized, and it feels good. So my dirty hair was detangled, pre-pooed, washed, dried, moisturized. That's the end of day 1. So the next day, I am ready to start putting in this hair, which has been washed, conditioned, and dried. Let's see what it's looking like. Okay, I'm combing it out, the straight ends at the top, just to see if there's any shedding, and there is no shedding. Really no shedding. So it's thick from the top to the bottom. Now I'm going to section it out because it's a lot of hair to deal with at once. And then I'm adding some of the Shine and Jam. If you don't have Shine and Jam, you could actually use Eco Styler Gel. What that does is it kind of clumps the hair or the ends because you're only putting it on technically the beginning of the hair, right? The part that doesn't have the texture, because that allows you to separate the hair without it getting this wild mess. You know how loose hair is, because keep in mind, this hair is not on a weft, right? It's not sewn on a weft. It's loose. So if you just handle it without having something on it, it could get into a big mess. I comb through it because that gives me some natural sections. So I just find that this is helpful, and I've seen other braiders or stylists do this. You see, you get these nice little neat sections, and now I can portion out the hair on my rack. Having the rack definitely kept things organized instead of having pieces of hair all over the place. I could put it neatly in one place and be able to grab it as I needed it. And yeah, this process takes a few minutes. So that's part of the reason why this whole style takes time. And as you can see, the amount of hair I'm using is not a lot. It's actually quite a little bit of hair. So I've gone ahead and put out the hair. This is literally a quarter of a bundle. So only a quarter of a bundle. So there's 6 layers. And across is like 10 pieces. So, and I'm thinking that I'll take out 5 for each braid. So on each line here, I should have 2 braids. So each of this should be 2 braids. All right, we're gonna go ear to ear. So like I said, I'm going to start parting from one side of my ear to the other ear. And to be honest, parting is the part, no pun intended, that I struggle the most with, especially when I'm trying to make it, sharp. Trying to keep everything in sections just keeps you organized and motivated. And in the beginning, I'm not too worried if the parts don't look super sharp, because I'm gonna come back and part again after adding some Shine and Jam. So as you can see, I did a rough part and then I added the Shine and Jam, and then I come back with a sharper tool to really get those crisp lines. And yes, they're not going to be as great as if I was doing it for somebody else or if somebody else was doing it for me, but it's as good as it can be, right? You just try to do your best. It's not perfection. And hey, I'm saving $500 to $700. I'm serious. Did you know how expensive these styles are? At first I was thinking, oh, they're charging way too much money for these styles. But let me tell you, once I did this style, I realized, no ma'am, no ma'am. It is a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Give these stylists their money. When I tell you this is the worst part of this hairstyle, parting your hair, especially when you have thick hair, oh my God. This literally took me over an hour just to part it, and trying to part it, sharp, or as sharp as I can. Here we go. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers. 6 layers in the back, and then these sections. It's a new day to finish this hair. I slept with a scarf, looking crazy, I know, but let me show you what I got so far. I had to do several to kind of get in the groove, you know. This is the first time I'm doing this hairstyle, y'all. This is the first time. I've never done these bohemian braids with pieces of hair coming out. Never in my life. Let's show you the back. So we have 2 rows. Once I part out a section, I try to comb it through, make sure it's very combed through, and then I start braiding. Of course, I already have the Style and Jam. I braid a few turns and then I add the hair. The longer piece will hang, and then the shorter piece is incorporated into the braid. So yeah, I kind of alternate between standing and sitting. I hate sitting for too long, and then I stand. I hate standing for too long, and then I sit. So it's a whole process. Whoever says this braiding, this style is easy, they're not telling the truth. This is like advanced, okay? I run out of Style and Jam, and I got another one. So happy Kenton got me another one. Definitely my must-have. Let's see. Ooh, isn't that satisfying? Look at that. Look at that. I've got 1 bundle in, 2 bundles left. I don't think I'm gonna finish 3 bundles completely, but let me show you what 1 bundle looks like. I'm gonna leave the middle probably till tomorrow and do the front just so I can feel like I'm moving ahead, because this is taking far too long. Far too long. But I know I'm gonna be so happy when it's done, and I know it will be worth it because, you know, I can keep my hair braided for a while once I do this. When your hair is super moisturized underneath these braids, it makes it so much easier when you're ready to take the braids out. Okay, day 4. You see how late it is. It's past midnight. I am like, by force, we must finish this hair. We must finish this hair today. Anyway, showing you a close-up of how I section the hair again. You know, making sure that you've had a decent amount of gel on the ends, the straight ends, and then sectioning it out, making sure to part as sharp as well as you can. But if the first time it's not sharp, that's okay. Once you add that shine and jam, and then you go back with, you know, a sharp tool, it will give you very clean parts. So that's what we want, clean parts. Anyway, I am excited to finally finish this hair today. I part the section in 3. I figure I need to show you a more close-up of what I'm actually doing. So this is why I'm showing you again how I actually do it. So braiding a few turns, and then I add the, you know, human hair. I tuck it behind one of the pieces. I clip the hair because if I don't do that, the hair will just slide out, because obviously the hair is a lot more slippery compared to my hair. And then sometimes it kind of gets sucked into the braid. So that's why I tugged on it a little bit, because again, I want a longer piece to dangle out. Anyway, we're just going to keep doing this. It's a lot of patience, a lot of time, and you have to hold the hair and your hair very firmly. You know, you're not pulling super tight on your own hair, but you have to make sure that as you're braiding, you're holding in the braiding hair very secure. So here I'm showing you from the front. I tucked in the shorter piece into my hair again. And then you just kind of repeat. Again, I've added at least 5 of the strands or clumps, if you will, to the braid. And that helps elongate my hair. Okay, when we get to the end of the braid, it gets a little tricky. Everyone finishes their braid differently. This is how I figured to do it. You overlap two pieces of hair. You overlap the short pieces, right? And so it's really a long U. It's like you're forming hair that you would use for crochet. So I've overlapped two pieces, and then I add it to the end of the braid and I start braiding. So it's nice if you split some of the hairs. That way the hair doesn't just fall out or slide out. Then I take a few strands, literally about 2 to 3 strands, and I loop it around my finger and through the braid and tie a knot. So I do that at least 2 times, 2 to 3 times. This is how the braid does not unravel. So, again, 2 to 3 strands only. And then I cut off any blunt ends, because remember, the braiding hair, part of it is not curled. Okay, so this is what it looks like. You see the pieces dangling. I have literally about, 5 pieces dangling. And the piece at the end is what creates more length. So when you allow the braid to lay down, you see, it now hides the braid mostly, and now you have like all those pretty little pieces. So I'm almost done with the front, and then I'm going to finish the middle off camera, and then the next time I see you, we will be styling this hair. And there's 1,000,001 ways to style this hairstyle, which is why I love the versatility. So I'll see you soon. I absolutely love this hairstyle like this. I love all the little tendrils that you can pull out. And it looks so feminine and so fun. Anyway, those earrings are what they call Fulani earrings. I actually bought them in Brooklyn, New York, not actually in Africa. Quick Q&A. How many bundles of the hair did I use? Almost 3. Let me show you how much I have left. This is how much I have left. Not much. Would I do this hairstyle again? This was the most difficult, well, not difficult, but tedious hairstyle I've ever done before. This took me 4 days. 4 days of wahala. So would I do this hairstyle again? Yes, I would, but I would have somebody else do it for me. I would not do this hairstyle again myself. My hands are hurting me. I'm too old for this. My back was hurting me. Okay, it's a little better today. So my hands, my back, all for this hairstyle over 4 days. I wouldn't do this again. I mean, unless they were paying me a lot of money, maybe. So the next time you complain that boho braids or mermaid braids or knotless braids are too expensive, shut up and pay. Just pay. Those hairstylists and braiders are doing serious work. If you manage to get this hairstyle for under $500, you're lucky. Because if I were doing it for somebody else, because y'all know I can do hair for other people a lot easier. If I were doing this hairstyle for somebody else, I literally would charge no less than $500. Absolutely. So I apologize to all the braiders who have been getting, comments that, oh, they're charging too much. No, you're not charging too much. In fact, you're probably not charging enough, honestly, because the way you're back having to stand for hours. I saw a video with a girl who had someone do her hair. She had 4 people in her head, and it took them 5 hours because she had 4 people. 5 hours is still a long time, and she had 4 people at the same time. So can you imagine one person doing this hairstyle? Because you're not only doing knotless braids, you're braiding all the way, to cover the person's hair. Then you're adding these little pieces in there. Oh my God, it's a lot. It's a lot. But do I love the hairstyle? Do I love the final product? Absolutely. And again, thank you so much to YWIGS for sending me this hair. The link is in the description box if you would like a discount, if you would like to get this hair for yourself. It is beautiful. It is soft. It's easy to work with. You saw some of the challenges I may have had earlier in the video and my concerns. I shared that with you earlier, but other than that, I have had no issues with the hair. It is beautiful, and I'm gonna wear this for several weeks because I need to get my wear out of it. I need to get my money's worth, so to speak, because time is money. You know that, right? Time is money. I need to pay myself. Yep. So I'm gonna keep this in for quite a bit. In fact, you know what? I haven't showed you what it would look like if I wet it. So this is how long the hair looks on me. I'm about 5'5", well, actually about 5'4" now. But this is where the hair hits me. If you want longer hair, then I suggest you go with hair longer than 18 inches. I will say though, the 2.5 or almost 3 bundles gave me a lot of fullness. Now let me go ahead and add some water so you can see the contrast. It will help define the curls, have them popping, give me that island look. And this is what it looks like after the hair has been wet. So it's not soaking wet, it is definitely damp, but it actually dries fairly quickly. So I love it. Again, check out YWIGS. They are on Instagram and they're also on the web. So check them out, YWIGS. They're having a sale, and again, you can use my discount code for 15% off. All right, people, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave your comments, and I really appreciate you watching. And look out for more videos because your girl is going on a trip. Yep, I'm going on a trip. You'll see that soon. Bye!